Hello everybody, my name is Mind, and welcome back to another Aeroteam tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build our SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket on 1:1 scale. Now, do note before I begin, this is a Falcon 9 full thrust model, not a heavy or a block 5. There are some key differences, including the way the raceways are done, the way the paint is done, and of course on the Falcon Heavy there are extra rockets basically on the side. Anyway, I'm going to be showing you how to build a normal one that has not been launched yet, and then a landed one, because of course the Falcon 9 does have the ability to land, so I'm going to be showing you how to convert it into that, and it's quite simple. Anyway, I will be making use of our custom Aeroteam resource pack. However, don't worry, because this build is quite easy to build without a resource pack. I will be suggesting things for you to use, and this build also only makes use of world edit in a couple of places, of which you don't really need, so I'll be showing you ways to get around that as well. I am using version 2 of our resource pack, which still has not been published yet, so do please keep in mind that the pack is not ready, so you will only have the 1.0 pack. So I will be referring to things as wool fences, wool blocks, and so on, because we have the same blocks in our 1.0 pack, however they are different IDs, so I won't be doing that to confuse you. Anyway, before we get started with the build, I'm going to give you a general idea of how this is going to go. Stage 1 has a length and width of 6, of course, because it's spherical. It has a height of 48 blocks. Stage 2, right here, has a height of 14, including the engine. Without the engine, it's just 9. A width of 4 and a length of 5, and that's because we have the raceway on one side. And the fairing has a height and width of 6, and a length and width of 6 and a height of 14. And the total height of this entire build, if you decide to put it all together, of course I will show you a way to keep it apart, the total height is 70 blocks tall. As for the landed version, you're going to look at, for the base, a 14 by 14 area for width and height, or width and length, and then it will be 47 blocks tall, because the landed variation adds an extra 3 blocks on the bottom. So I'm just going to start here on our little platform. I'm going to come to the center, and I'm going to go up a few blocks just so it's easier to get around and show you what we are doing. So I'm going to start off right here in the center. I'm going to go a couple blocks up off the ground. I'll go 3 off the ground. And then I'm going to make a ring out of this smooth stone, as you can see, like so. Pretty simple so far. Now we're going to need to get some smooth stone brick stairs. And on the underside of this, we're going to come in 1, and then we're going to turn, then do the other one. We're going to turn again, and then the final one will turn and place that like so. Pretty simple. Now for the rest of the rocket, I'm going to show you the entire height, or build the entire height of the rocket with you before I do the legs. So let's get started with that. Now this is the one bit that does require world edit. If you don't have world edit, just get your nether brick stairs. You should use the same nether brick stairs if you're in vanilla, and come like this around each side, with them facing upside down and outwards towards each of their respective sides. If you do have world edit, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to place a block right there just so I can get a temporary block, and I'm just going to make a shape like so, and I'm going to get a stick and do /repel 0, and we're going to come here like so, 1, 2, and then we're going to make another shape like so, and we're going to come here, 1, 2. Oh, if I may add, you need to be in /fast. Sorry, I forgot to mention that at the beginning. That way it does not update any of the blocks. And we'll just do that all the way around. like so. And we'll do that for the final bit. There you go, we are done. Now what I'm going to do to get another block up is I'm going to place them on the center here, that way we don't update these, so I'm going to place it around, just like so. And now from here, because the height of the rocket is, or the first stage is 47 blocks, and we've already done 3, we're going to go up another 44, and I'll do that with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44. Now if my counting works, that should get us nice right in level. Yep, that is 44 blocks high, just like so. And we can come back down and now do the landing legs. Now the landing legs have they're sort of a bit weird in terms of height. So how they work is we have a thing that is 6 blocks right here. That goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the 6th one, like so, with this stair. And we repeat that on all 4 sides of the spacecraft, like so. And on the last side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 outwards facing stairs, like so. Now we're going to come in 3 blocks from where the white wool starts. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you are not using our resource pack, instead of using wool or anything for the stairs here, use quartz stairs, and that's what I would suggest using as a substitute. Anyway, we can come 1, 2, 3, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on the top we're going to need a slab, which I forgot to get prepared. Sorry, I'll get rid of that, and a slab goes here. And if you're not using our resource pack, again, you can use quartz. Anyway, we'll do that on all 4 sides of the spaceship. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyway, that's pretty simple. So now what we're going to do is we are going to run the raceway all the way up the spacecraft. So pick whichever side you'd like for this. It really doesn't matter because it of course is cylindrical. So I'm just going to pick the front here, and so we're going to go on the right side of the landing leg. And now you're just going to run this all the way up with some jungle fences. Now if you don't have white jungle fences, I suggest using birch, or simply not using if you don't have the resource pack, I suggest using birch, or just not using it at all, because it doesn't give it the best look ever. Anyway, we're going to come all the way up, like so, and instead of counting, I'm just going to run it all the way up, and then we'll get rid of the ones that we don't need. Like so. Now we've come with the raceway all the way to the top, and what we need to do is get rid of some. So we're going to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should be 5 as well. And we're just going to leave it here like so. Oh, sorry, there needs to be a 6th one. My apologies. Anyway, we're going to leave that for now and come back to the bottom again. We're going to need some blue wool and some stone brick stairs, and either stone brick slabs or a full stone brick. So right next to the raceway, we're going to, and by the way, this is the SpaceX logo on the side. So right next to the raceway, we're going to come 1, 2 below it and to the left, and we're going to replace that with a stone brick slab. And to the right of that, blue wool, and then on top we're going to put a stone brick stair, and then behind that some more stone brick slabs or a block. Now I'm going to make the shape for the SpaceX logo that we have running up the side. So we're going to go 1, 2, like so. Then above on the left, it's another blue one, and then this one is a full blue level. Then we're going to knock out the right one and just the right one, and then this one right here is all blue. This one here is just the left one, blue. All blue right here. The left one again, and then we're going to do the right one, the left one, up next one, and then the right one once again, and you have the SpaceX logo all done, nice and dandy. Anyway, we're going to move up the rocket now to do some of the flags and symbols, and then also the flapperon thingies. What are they called? This is bad. I like space. I should remember this. Anyway, we're going to need to use World Edit to do this. So if you don't have World Edit, again, you can just do this like this, just out of quartz. Or if you do have World Edit, what we can do is we can come here and make a shape, and using our stick again, we take that and we can replace like so, and we're going to come around and do that for each side of the rocket. And I'm going to place some filler blocks, so it's a 2 quartz stairs and then a quartz slab on the bottom, and just like so, and we do it on all 4 sides of the rocket. Just like so. Anyway, to do the Falcon 9 logo and the American flag, we're going to come up 1 block here, blue on the left, red on the white, and then up another block, and it is 2 red wool blocks. And then behind or above this red wool block, we're going to need to grab our purple stairs again, which are our wool stairs, or if you don't have that, you can use quartz, and we're going to place one upside down on the right of the front of our rocket. Now, also to note, we aren't doing the interior of the main body of the rocket because it's just so small. There's not really a point, especially to put fuel tanks or anything. But anyway, in real life, we just need to grab a stone slab, smooth stone slab, and we're going to come down here, and it's one block below, full block below the flag here, and we're going to fill that in like so. That way you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks of space to fit the 5 long booster, or engine, sorry. And we have to move on to the second stage very quickly. You're going to need some diorite stairs, which have this brick texture in the old pack. It's not going to be on the same block, but it's a similar texture. Anyway, you're going to need diorite stairs and just a diorite block, or this brick block. You're going to need some cobblestone walls, iron bars, nether brick stairs, white wool, and a purple stair. And then we also need the jungle fence gates, which are the white wool fences. Anyway, so if you are not building the main stage, you are going to still do this the exact same way, just ignore everything around it. So we're going to come down here and we're going to go 1 and then turn with the brick stairs, turn and then like so. And then we're going to fill this up 1, 2, 3, 4 with the diorite blocks, or the brick texture again. And then in here we just leave this because it's all covered up, and you don't really need to use any world edit to clean this up, but we're just going to go with some iron bars. If you do care about the way that looks, you can use world edit again to just clean this up like so. Now we're going to be placing the iron bars right on top of it, and again, if you don't like the way that looks, you can fix that using world edit. Very nice and simple. And on top of that, we're going to get our nether brick stairs, and it's going to go 1 facing this way, then we turn, another one, then we turn, another one, then we turn again. And again, this is the exact same way if you were just building the rocket or the second stage as it is. Quite simple, quite easy. Anyway, for the rest of the second stage, we're not going to be needing any of these. However, we will need purple stairs, or the wool stairs, the wool block, the wool fences, and the stone brick stairs. Anyway, so we're going to place a purple stair right here, and then we're going to go up 9 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Nice and dandy. So now we can run up another raceway. It's on the right side again, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, did I forget? Oh, sorry. Yep, 8. Because we place the stair on the bottom. Anyway, we can do the fairing now. And again, if you are... Oh, sorry, I forgot. To finish off the second stage, we're just going to do another circular bit of stairs, just like so. Anyway, to do the fairing now, we are going to need a space of 14 blocks tall, 6 blocks wide, and 6 blocks in length. So we're just going to go up another 1, like so. And then here we're going to make the corners come out. Let me get my reference, sorry. Like so. Now if you split it, the split is along the front side, so like we have here, it would be these two sides that come apart, just depending on which direction you've built this in. Anyway, this comes up a block on each corner, and now we're going to need some purple slabs, and one goes right here. Now the inside of the fairing is lined with a darker color material, however we can't really do that because it's a 2x2, so you'd just be filling up the interior. Anyway, we're going to then come out a block and place upside down stairs on each side. Now from here, this is going to be 6 blocks tall, so we're going to make a structure that's 6 blocks tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now right above this 6th layer, we're going to have some upwards facing stairs facing perpendicular to the main body of the rocket on each of the 4 sides, like so. And then behind that, we're going to put the purple slabs on top, which are of course the white wool slabs. And remember, if you don't have the pack, you can use quartz. And for this part here, you can actually use a full block if you don't have the pack. That way, there's less quartz showing. Anyway, I'm going to come around and do that like so. Oops. And that is the 8th layer of that. And so now we're going to come up one more layer with this, like so. And now here we're going to leave this, and we're just going to go up another layer without these corners. And then here, it's a full inwards facing, or outwards facing, upwards purple stairs. And then on the top, we're going to make another one of those circular structures with the stairs. So I'm going to place a temporary block here, and then I'm going to go around turning each time, like so. And you have now completed a Falcon 9 rocket. Of course, you can build each stage independently, or you could put the fairing on top of the second stage, however you'd like to do it. It is completely up to you. And it's pretty cool. Now actually, one thing I failed to mention here is that the fairing will go all the way up, or the raceway will go all the way up when you build the stage, but if you're just having it separate, we like to leave it off. It's just sort of a problem with the way that the fairing is shaped, in that the raceway is a bit thinner and it ends sort of like right where this would be. However, because of limitations of Minecraft, to make it look a bit better, we just have it come all the way up. Anyway, that is it for the a normal Falcon 9 rocket that is being ready to launch. And of course, again, you can split up the rocket however you'd like. Anyway, to make the landed Falcon 9, you're going to need the first stage. So I'm going to make a copy of this first stage, because you can just simply build the first stage like I showed you earlier. And I'm just going to come here and make a copy of it. So we're going to come here into our little area, and I'm going to just paste this in like so. And now I'm going to come and get rid of this engine really quickly. Nice and easily. Now, because the Falcon 9, when landing, the grid fins do come out, what we do is we get rid of the bottom slabs, and then we're going to come out. Now, you don't want to update this block, so placing a block there will of course update it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, sorry. So what you can do is come out like this, and then a block down, like so. And we're just going to copy that there and get rid of that one. That way you don't update the inside block. And we'll do that on all 4 sides. Oops. Just like so. And now you have the grid fins all set out. And now for the bottom of the rocket. Now the Falcon 9 does get a load of soot on it when it comes in and lands. So you can see the soot there. But of course the landing legs do protect quite a bit of it. So we mimic that by putting the suit up to a certain way, and then where the landing legs would protect it down here. Anyway, we're going to need to completely get rid of these landing legs, like so, and we'll do that on all 4 sides. Just give me one moment, please. Okay, and there you go. We now have a Falcon 9 without any landing legs. So what we're going to do to build the outstretched landing legs and then do the suit on top is we're going to grab some nether brick slabs, and then we also need just nether brick slabs. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to knock out this layer right here and replace it all with a full block of either black wool or nether brick slabs, whichever you like. And then I'm going to do the same here. Remember to use the inside, that way you do not update these corner blocks. Now we're going to start off and do the legs. So from the bottom, you're going to need to be a bit careful here. That way you don't update any of the corner stairs. So I'm going to place 2 temporary blocks right here, or 3 actually, in this sort of shape. And we're going to place 2 blocks right there. Now coming down another 2 blocks. I know it's a bit hard to see, so I'll come at this angle. So we're going to come down another 2. And on the side, we're going to make another shape like so. Now on the inside of this, we're going to do 2 slabs, so a slab on top and then a slab on bottom, and then we're going to make another one of these shapes connected to the leg right here, and then we're going to make another, or put another 2 slabs just like so right here and here. And that is we're going to need to use a temporary block to give us some help. So we're going to put a slab right here, just 1 off the ground, and then we're going to go 2 blocks up, so 1, 2, just like so, and then on the bottom 1, 2, 3 slabs like so. Pretty simple. Anyway, we're going to now make the landing leg attachment, or a rod or a beam that goes to the bottom of the landing leg. I believe it's the actuator rod, or whatever whatever SpaceX calls it. Anyway, we're going to need a temporary block right here. We're going to do 3 slabs, 1, 2, 3, like so, and then we're going to need another temporary block. And on the top, we're going to place a slab, and then we're going to do 2 more slabs, and then another two temporary blocks here, 1, 2, and 3. And then on the very inside, you should be a slab up off the block here on the wall, and it goes 1, 2, and 3 slabs, just like so. And you've now made a landing leg. And of course, we will do this on all 4 sides. So I'm going to come here and repeat it again, although without too much commentary. That way you could just watch the process. And that is almost done. Oops. And then another temporary block. This is quite simple for our build, of course, but it just simply takes a bit of time. Anyway, just like so. And now we need to do the third side. I'll do this side starting from top to bottom just to give you a different idea of how to do it. So we'll do 3 slabs right here, of course with the gap right there. Temporary block out like so. Then another 3 slabs. Another temporary block, or actually 2. And then 3 more slabs. Another temporary block. 3 more slabs, of course in the 45-degree angle that we've been making. Another temporary block. And this goes all the way down to the 1 block or half a block gap, and then 3 slabs right at the end. And coming out from here, we're going to need to go like so, and then we can do the 2 blocks there. And then right here, we get the temporary blocks. And that is that. And I'll repeat the process one more time as we complete our landed Falcon 9 rocket. Now some interesting things to note, now that you've watched the video this far about the Falcon 9 rocket, is that it of course does have a few different variants. So this is considered the full thrust, or the block 3/4, it really depends. And this was of course the one that we all saw land the first time, because they did have a block 1 and 2, which did not have landing legs and was a bit shorter. We do not have blocks 1 and 2, but we do have, of course, the block 5 and the Falcon Heavy. The Falcon Heavy in block 5, because it is of course a bit different, although I think I need to paint the block 5 a bit for the Falcon Heavy. Anyway, we'll continue on with placing this out, just like so. Oh, I've messed that bit up right there. There we go, that is much better. And we've now completed with doing the landing legs. So we're going to need some nether brick fences now. And we're going to do the soot on the side. But first we actually need to fix the SpaceX logo, because we got rid of it, a bit of it. So right here, blue wool, and right here, stone brick block. Anyway, we're going to run nether brick fences up from the I believe it is all the way at the bottom. Yep, right here. Because a lot of so the runway, which is what these are called, runs all the way down the main body of the rocket. However, because we have the landing legs come out, and because of Minecraft, we just have them end right here. But in reality, it goes all the way down. So we're going to run it up with the nether brick fences, and of course if you're using vanilla you would use these as well, because that's the closest texture. Oops. And we're going to replace these all the way up to 2 blocks above the logo, just like so. And now we're going to use a mix of blocks. So you can make this really simple or a bit hard on yourself. Now what I suggest doing is just using one block, and then we'll come in and replace it with another. So I'm going to use the andesite, and you're going to want to come to the block right above where the 3 blues are in a row, and you're going to want to replace it. And then come to the block right where the top of the black raceway is, and you're going to want to replace this row. And then we're going to come in and just replace the rest. Like so. And we'll just come around and do everything in between. It helps if you have mastered the skill of quickly replacing blocks with your mouse, where you do a left click and then a right click almost simultaneously. But anyway, now if you feel like you're done, you can just leave it like so, but if you want to add a bit more character, you can come in and just replace it with another block. We suggest cobblestone, and use cobblestone in vanilla as well. And I'll do just completely randomly. Just like so. And we'll come around the main body of the rocket, replacing blocks. And we can do that one here, and that one there. And I feel like that is good for us. So you have now completed your Falcon 9 rocket, of course, either in the fully vertical version or the landed version. So congratulations on completing the Falcon 9. Thank you so much for choosing an Aeroteam design. We hope you enjoyed building it, and we hope you enjoy having it as part of whatever project you're using this for. Do feel free to use this in any kind of project you'd like, given that you, of course, provide proper credit to the Aeroteam for these designs. So if you have built this Falcon 9, let us know. We'd love to see how you're using the design. Tag us on Twitter or share it with us on our Discord server. If you enjoyed, please do consider subscribing to the Aeroteam channel to be the first to see our new aircraft when they come out. Anyways, that's just about it. So thank you for watching. Take care. I'll hopefully be seeing you in some showcases coming up. Pop-Tart is, of course, working on more tutorials, and loads of us at the Aeroteam, Miles, Zap, and Taxi are on. Loads of us are always working constantly to get you the best content possible. Anyway, guys, once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.